continue talking about math language, but our equation is going to start to look a little different. We're really going to know or have to know what those symbols are talking about in order to figure out these slightly different equations. So your title, the same title it's been for the last couple of days. Math language, what does this equation mean in English? And then the equation that we're working with today says 7 times box equals 35. So go ahead and get your title down, get your equation down, and we're going to start talking about what does this equation now mean. What does this equation mean when I read it in English? If you're not sure, go back and look to when we first started talking about our math language for multiplication. Should be a couple pages back. How would I read that equation? What does that mean? Gwen, you want to give it a go?
7 of something equals 35.
Love that. I have 7 groups of something. I don't know how many to put in my groups. I have 7 groups of mystery numbers. 7 groups of question marks. But I do know that the total is 35. If I see a missing number like this, it might make sense to do a bar model. Go ahead and draw a bar model. The reason why I like to do a bar model with missing numbers is because usually I get the total. What is the total in this equation? What's the total, Michael? 35 is my total. So that's going to go down where my hole is. I'm not getting any more things than 35. That's the most things I have. But those things are already grouped for me. How many groups am I working with in this equation? Lincoln, how many groups am I working with? Not working with 2 groups.
Well, right now, one.
Nope. Look at what we just wrote.
7.
7. I got 7 groups. So that means, Lincoln, I got to make this have 7 boxes to hold all my groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my 7 groups. Now, a lot of us can look at that problem and know it. Plus, it was in our number talks this morning, so the answer's still on the board. But what if you didn't know? Like, how would you figure out what that missing number was? 7?
Well, to me, I would just try like every number possible, so I can try to find like what it will get.
I love that. Devin said that she's going to try some different numbers to see which one fits. That will work. Shelby, what's another way I could solve this problem if I just didn't know it?
If you can count by 5, you can count by 5 and see how much you get count that way.
Yeah, so that's kind of like what Devin's saying, using those friendly numbers to figure out what's close. In this case, our 5s we know would work, but then going from there. Michael?
I feel like, I don't know if this makes sense, but like what Devin said, but like you could like flip it around, like on the board, if you would flip it around, you could count by like any number. If you tried to say just 5s, then you could count by 5s.
So because I have my hole, if you didn't know what the missing number was just by looking at it, or by trial and error, like what Devin and Shelby were doing.
You could use division.
How would I rewrite this missing number problem as a division equation? How would I rewrite it as a division equation? So I have 7 groups of something equals 35. But it's hard for me to multiply box. So how could I write it as a division equation, Bella? Beautiful. You remember when we did our puzzles and we had all those different pictures? You have some on your math choice board still this week. And we have to find the equation that has the least amount of unknown numbers. That's what we're doing. 35 divided by 7. There's no unknown numbers. I know those numbers. I can divide them. But it might be harder if there is a missing number if it's not something that you just know. Michael?
I don't know if you can use the division, nobody's sure, but like it can also be 35 divided by box equals 7.
Yes, you can. So if I go back to, remember when we talked about part, whole, Michael? This would be my part, this would be my part, and then this would be my whole. Michael said I could also rewrite a division equation by saying 35 divided by box equals 7. Yes, you can, because these are both parts. So because they're parts, I can switch them, and it's okay. Now, 35 divided by box, is that going to be super helpful?
No, that's not.
Probably not. But is that an equation that you could make?
Yes.
Yes. It's just not going to be Jacob and Layden a particularly helpful equation. Now we're going to get a little trickier. What kind of stories can we go with that? We are doing it with 7 groups of something equals 35.
Hold on, so we don't say 5.
Nope. Tricky, tricky. All right, Will, you want to give it a go?
Yeah.
Go for it.
The Steelers had had 7 touchdowns.
I'm not going to use touchdowns only because I already know what that value is going to be worth. I need 7 groups of something.
Actually not Steelers.
Okay?
Okay.
It's tricky.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Okay? That's all right. That's all right. We'll practice. Gwen, you want to give it a go?
Seven groups of something.
Hang on. I can't write that fast. The imposter had 7. Can I say rooms instead of groups? Because don't they go through rooms?
Yeah, they go through.
There's like one big space
That's-
and then like 10 million.
Okay, well, we're going to say that he had 7 rooms with some crewmates.
Imposter spelled with an O instead of an E.
With some crewmates in each room. Okay,
He has 35 crewmates total.
love that. He has 35 crewmates total.
How many crewmates are in each room?
Perfect. Great job, Gwen. How many crewmates are in each room?
What?
35. That is our total. So Gwen gave us 7 groups. In this case, they were 7 rooms. We had a mystery number of crewmates. And we knew the total. This should sound very similar to the types of questions you made yesterday. Because I could use division to help me solve this as well. Now I've got box times 4 equals 16. Go ahead and write that. It can either be half-new page if you have room, or new page. First, we need to talk about what does that even mean in English.
Title.
You don't need to write the. If you want to write the title, you can. But I just need the the equation. All right, Tenley. What does that mean? Yeah, some groups, mystery number of groups of 4 equals 16. I have a mystery number of groups, but I know there's 4 in each of them, and my total is 16. How would I draw this picture? How would I draw this picture? Bladen, what do you think?
What are we using?
That's up to you.
Everyone?
Okay.
Good. Yeah. We would start at 0
We would start at 0.
and jump by 4.
Yeah. If each of my groups has 4 in it,
1.
I might as well jump by 4s. So there's one group of 4. Did I make it to 16 yet?
Nope.
Nope. So I know I have more than one group of 4. All right, keep going, Bladen.
What more?
There's my second group of 4. Now I'm at number 8.
Number 1.
My third group. Now I'm at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was able to figure out how many groups I needed. It's not a mystery anymore. It's 4 groups of 4 is equal to 16. All right, now we're on some of the tricky part, which is what kind of an equation. Remember, we don't know the number of groups. We just know what's in the groups. What kind of story could go with this equation? Jack, get your math notebook out, please. Sean, you want to give it a go?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
There were some caves in the world of Minecraft.
There were, I'm writing, that means you were writing, some caves in a world of, or in?
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. There were some caves in a world in Minecraft. Caves would be my groups then. I've got some of them. Jackson, we're writing.
There were some caves.
Some caves in this world in Minecraft. All right, keep going, Sean.
There were 4 skeletons in each cave.
I'm just going to rework your sentence. Each cave had 4 skeletons.
There were 16 skeletons in all.
No, absolutely not. All right, Sean.
How many caves were there?
Perfect. How many caves were there? Awesome. We've had our mystery number of caves. So we know those caves got some skeletons hiding in them. We know there was a total of 16 skeletons. This story perfectly matches this equation of having that mystery number of groups.
Oh wait, I already know.
All right, now we're getting a little trickier. Go ahead and write that equation. It says 27 divided by box blank equals 3. A little trickier. Remember, you can write it this way, or if you would rather, I don't have the capability of typing that symbol, but you are probably going to see that division symbol like that most often. So if you want to write the division symbol that way, you may. This is a little trickier. I love that I'm seeing Harper and Gwen take some glances at our charts to make sure they understand what these symbols mean. What does that equation mean? What does that mean? Logan, you want to give it a go?
27.
Wait, get that down, please.
27 divided by something equals 3.
So that's how I just read it, but that doesn't really tell me in English what that means.
Oh, 27 in 7 groups of 3? No. Some groups of 3.
You're on the right track, Logan. We got 27 things, and I love how you said in all. We're not getting any more things. Those are all my cookies. Those are all my muffins. I got 27 of them. I'm not getting any more. No, but just, I like that you said that. We're not going to put the in all part, but it helps us understand. 27 things. Put into some groups. I am packing those muffins into groups. I don't know how many groups yet, but some of them. That last number in my equation, 3. Does anyone know what that number means? What does that mean? I had 27 things, and I put them into some groups. What does that 3 mean? Harper?
3 is how many things?
Yes! Harper, say it a little louder for the friends in the back.
How many? The 3 is how many things in each group?
Yes! 27 things put into some group equals or means there are 3 things in each group. So if you imagine my muffins, I'm packing them into some groups. I'm not eating 27 muffins for breakfast. That's a little extreme. But I'm putting 3 in each group because 3 muffins will feed. That's an appropriate size snack, not 27. I don't know how many groups or snack packs I'm gonna make. So if I'm building a story around that, Miss Miller has 27 muffins. Miss Miller has 27 muffins. No, thank you. She packs them in groups of 3, meaning there's 3 in each group. I could say bags. I'm a big fan of packing things in bags. I got these super cute little reusable bags.
Reusable?
What's that?
What did you say?
I said I have super cute reusable bags.
thought you said Rio School.
I thought you said Raythee's school. I
So
thought you said preschool.
Miss Miller has 27 muffins. She packs them into groups of 3. That's my 3 things in each group. How many groups of muffins did she pick? Trying to figure out my groups. I don't know my groups. I just know that there were some groups. So my question is helping me figure out the number of groups. The number of super cute reusable bags I need to have to pack all these muffins in.
Oh.
99 divided by box equals 11. Think about what that means. Then you can draw a picture. Then you can start to work on that problem. I'll give you some time to think and then we'll share. Harper, you want to try?
99 things put into some groups equals 11 things.
Perfect. 99 things put into some groups. We don't know the number of groups. It's a big old mystery box. 99 things put into some groups. But we do know 11 things will be in each group. That's what this number right here means, that there are 11 things inside each group. Please have your notebook. There are quite a few different ways to solve this. Michael, you talked about making this a multiplication equation. What would be your multiplication equation?
You could do box times 11 equals 99. That would be that good. So I did that would be 11 times box equals 99.
Yeah, these are both multiplication equations you could use. That might be particularly helpful in figuring out what box is, especially if you know you're 11. I know Will probably made an array. He's pretty impartial to an array. That will work. Just know that you got to have 99 dots, and that's a lot of dots. Jackson?
Where are you supposed to write that?
For your story? Yeah. At the end, yep. We're getting there. Do you have a story? You want to share the story? All right. Let's see what we can figure out, Jackson. Go for it.
There are some buildings with buildings on it. There.
All right, pause. There are some buildings. Buildings is my groups. I don't know my groups, so using the word some there is really smart. There are some buildings with 11 zombies. I'm going to say in each building. Does that make sense? Awesome. There's my in each group. I got 11 zombies in each building. There is a total of 99 zombies. What's your question going to be? How many? How many buildings are there? Awesome. I don't know my number of groups. Jackson made it so we didn't know our number of buildings. I did know how many zombies were in each building, each group. That's my 11. And I knew my total, which in this case was 99. If you wrote a different story, you don't have to copy that. If you have a story of your own that you already came up with, that's fine. If you didn't get that far, you can borrow the one that Jackson came up with. That's fine.